U.S. North Korean talks in Hanoi have broken down. Donald Trump says Kim Jong-un wanted sanctions lifted in return for very little. That could be a blessing in disguise, says Reuters Breakingviews columnist Pete Sweeney.
It's probably a good thing that Trump slowed this down for whatever reason. The United States has been moving very quickly towards a policy, a more conciliatory, engaging policy towards North Korea. In the past template, the North Korean regime was basically a kind of a blackmailing regime that would do nuclear tests and kind of threaten and rattle its sabers and blow things up and shoot rockets at people, in exchange for which, you know, the foreign governments would give it aid and oil and stuff like that. So it was this kind of like mafia state based on this small Kim family, and the rest of the population was extremely poor. Now what has changed about the state is that Kim Jong-un is firmly in control, and he's been basically letting the economy start to gradually reform and open up. Part of that is just the natural result of being next to China and entering the information age, where ordinarily North Koreans are now able to see how much poorer they are than their neighbors. And the question is, does this change the way he's planning to deal with things? There's an open question whether he really wanted to do massive nuclear tests and remain this kind of rogue state forever. We're not dealing with the hermit kingdom that people used to talk about. What we're talking about now is a country that has nuclear weapons, is extremely unlikely to give them up. If he planned to take the route of, say, Vietnam or China and become more of a normal, you know, albeit authoritarian state, how exactly does the United States play that? There's a couple questions. I mean, the United States policy of engagement towards China right now has been one that's questioned. The idea then was that you engage with China, you help it develop economically, and then it becomes more friendly to you and more democratic and more sympathetic to your norms. That actually hasn't happened. This guy has not been testing nuclear weapons of late. He has seemed less confrontational. He has seemed more open to reforming his economy and getting along with South Korea. Those are all positive things, but how that plays out for American interests is an interesting question.